in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, most excellent. I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they all be separate from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May the rest in calamity, free from attachment and aversion. I beseech the great Vajradara, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Gambopa, Pamotropa, Lord Jigdin Sungo. As feet of root guru and possess the ways of kindness, all the root gurus and the spiritual masters of the lineage, the yadams and the dharma protectors, may your marvelous blessing permeate my mind. So we chant this is the page 5 one more again and cultivate a little bit meditate, calling the guru. Dorje Jawan de lo naro dang marme da bo bo den je dengo ga de zum de za ve la me ya da je la ma ye dan ji zong la so ruan de zo da yu zin ye lo. We meditate here and supplication to the lineage gurus, deities, and the Dharma protector, permission get into deity mandala. So we have to release all our conceptual thoughts, letting go of the effective emotion, thoughts, be in the present. I'm going to share the morning session teaching here. Sangye duje yaje reizhen zhong yin je me de de je bong jian ba ser je leng bo da re ji be ge ya ye jar be ya la ge zan ze do jian yan jian de lo na ro dang mar bai me lai ji je gang bo ba Pamo Rubai Jarwain Di Gongbe Gaja Lama Non La Zorwan De Romain Ye Yen Ye Bodang Ne De Som San Je Gen Je Ngo Nye Ran Sen Je Ge Ngong Song Dong Ze Be Tave Lama Nam Lai Zorwande. Good morning, everyone. Tashi Delek. Welcome to the teaching Vajrakilaya. Are you ready to listening teaching? Okay. Do you know how to listening teaching? No? What? No one say yes. You don't know how to listening teaching. Say yes. Yeah. You know how to listen and teaching. That's why you are here. And just we need joyful enthusiasm for the when you listening Dharma teaching. then Dharma teaching truly benefit. Usually we have a joy for, also enthusiasm for some sort of activity. But then when come to the Dharma, and sleepy, foggy, monkey mind, so many this two extremes going on within yourself, then cannot connect to the Dharma teaching, cannot really receive the Dharma, not really Dharma is into our mind stream. So that's the sometimes we have problems, right? And we have to let go that and connect with our mind, body, breathe all together and be present. And then listening, teaching is need joyfully effort. Then you can receive. When I have also joyful effort, teaching comes beautifully, but not joyful effort, then teaching is all the dissolved, gone, so not rising. So that's also due to conditions too. So when you listening teaching very carefully, joyfully, my teaching is naturally rising. And that's why I never prepare for teaching. Doesn't matter prepare or not prepare. The who listening teaching, they don't have joyfully. Teaching is all dissolved, no coming rising. And when the people listening teaching have joyfully and really pay attention, then teaching comes out. So teaching have to come out from actually in the our heart, mind connections. So without that, teaching is a kind of like words echo and no power, no into your mind actually. Also, even say beautiful words, but not really benefit. So that's why all these sadhanas come from realizer teachers. The writers always say, poetry writers can write more beautiful than this. But when you practicing is not really warm and blessing connections. So this teacher realizers connect to in the mind states, nature, connect to Yadam deity, then the sadhana prayer rising, and then that is actually come from deities, Yadam deities blessing. So we see sometimes this sadhana teachings is discovered by this Terton yogi realizer, but actually they receive a blessing from the Yadam deity. And then they connect into that mind nature and they feel they are being separable with Yadam deity. And then Yadam deity is the experience true in experience in the nature states, then they can hear that, fear that, then they bring into us, share us. So that's why we use the sadhana is can connect to the Yadam deities.
Matters。不介，他刚才一开始呢是询问大家，就是你们是否知道如何来聆听教法？他相信在座的各位都知如何来做，所以呢，你们都来到这里来听闻教法。法的这个教授可以带来许多的利益。而我们在听闻的时候呢，必须以这种欢喜的心态来听闻。我们一般在进行世间活动的时候，都有这种很开心、欢喜的心情。可是，在听闻佛法、学习佛法的时候呢，却会感觉到非常的昏沉，想睡觉，或者是处在这种猴子般的这个心的当中，所以也有很多的这种念头升起。的这个情况呢，就不能够很好的来聆听教法、学习法教，所以这个我们在 接受教法的时候呢，就会有问题。因此，我们在这个时候就要去放下这样子的一种状态，然后呢，我们要与教法连结，我们呢要就是将我们的心呢安住在我们的这个意念，还有我们的呼吸当中，就是安住在当下的这个情况。以一种欢喜的这种心态来听闻教法。仁波切他也说到呢，就是当他在赐予教法的时候，说法的时候，如果他是也有这种欢喜的心态的话呢，他的这个教法就会自然的流出来、流动出来，就是自然升起的，来给予教授，而不许。如果说他的这个心态呢，不是欢喜的心态的话，就没有办法自然升起法教来讲授。所以我们在听闻的时候呢，也必须是以一种非常就是谨慎听闻、细心听闻的这种方式，欢喜的心来听闻。那我们如此来听闻的话，上师他说到，就是他的这个教法呢，也能够自然的升起流出。如果说没有以这种欢喜心来听闻的话，这个法教呢，它就会消融，就没有办法升起，大家也没有办法很好的来接收。所以呢，另外就是他也说到我们的这个仪轨法本呢，他的这个作者他在写的时候呢，他可以写的非常的好，然后他是由这个伏藏师所发掘出来。然后也是因为这个，老师呢，他能够与这个本尊有所连结，然后他们才能够，很好的讲授出这个法教的内容。然后也是因为这个，这个法本呢，它是被伏藏师所发掘出来，然后它是与本尊有所连结，与我们的心有所连结的。
Then today we're using the Vajrakilaya sadhana. It's Rinna Lingpas Terma. Um, so this Terma, the lineage is supplication to the Buddha word. So this actually all this Vajrakilaya teaching, everything is actually poured, included what Vajrakilaya means in this supplication lineage. It's very profound. So very hard to explain this one. Sometimes I feel I understand, put in the words to explain is no reach to no ability, also not enough my English language to explain. Today I try to share from in this right now, try to share this supplication. So the means actually rare sadhana is another different this supplication. The Gachi Rinpoche he replaced this one because this has more meaning, more profound, and all the Vajrakilaya teaching, the main essence, everything is into this the lineage supplication Vajrakilaya this teaching.
这个普拔金刚的法本呢，它是由伏藏师所决出，在这边呢，这个仁波切他给予的这个教授呢，他是和这个祈请文有关，就是传承的这个祈请文。然后他这个传承祈请文呢，他是说到，他其实明白虽然他明白其中的含义，可是呢，要付诸文字来解说呢，由于他英语的这个词汇智慧可能也不足够，所以有一点难以解释。可是他就在这边想尽可能的和大家来分享这个祈请文的内容。然后在这个我们法本当中的祈请文呢，其实是 就是已经被另外一个祈请文取代，那是因为呢，噶确仁波切他觉得呢，这个现有的我们法本中的这个祈请文呢，是更加甚深的内容。
The Vajrakilaya, we think just one Yadam deity is a sadhana practice, but actually it's not like just a simple, one, how to say, the sadhana and the Yadam deity practice. So we usually do other deities like simple ones. This has a ground, path, result, means all the in this Vajrakilaya teaching has starting from ground to on the path to reach to in the enlightenment. Everything is completed and one, Tandara whole teaching and the practice is holding in this sadhana and this teaching the practice.
普巴金刚的修持呢，在这里看起来好像就是一个本尊的修持，可是实际上并非如此。它这边虽然只有一个法本、一个本尊，其实一般我们还会再结合其他的这个本尊来进行修持。在这个修持整个修法当中呢，它包括了基道以及这个消融的内容。最终能够让我们获至正悟，正悟佛果位。所以在这样子的一个修持当中呢，就能够包括整个道，也就是最终能够让我们正悟。
So in this sadhana, we have, visualization, Vajrakilaya mandala. So we have to know where this Vajrakilaya mandala source is come from, rising from. So that's I'm going to share here, explain.
在这个法本当中，有关于普巴金刚的观想，以及普巴金刚的坛城的观想。那我们要知道这个整个坛城呢，它是从何而来，整个观想。所以呢，仁波切他会在这边分享。
So it's followed by this Vajrakilaya. It's called the four purpas. Like Tibetan, we use purpa. And Sanskrit is called Vajrakilaya. So in this teaching, the essence actually inner quality practice is hold. The mean is hold just four kalaya or four kalayas. And first kalaya is for nature rikpa kalaya, wisdom kalaya. Second kalaya is called bodhicitta kalaya. Third kalaya is called compassion kalaya, immeasurable compassion kalaya. So fourth is we say is external substantial physical purpose. So external, substantial physical purpose. Can I have that purpose, please? The symbolize. So we have this four different level purpose. And then, when we practicing, of course, last night I shared with you empowerment, have to go from bottom to go to the crown. So now, I see in this sadhana, according to this supplication, so from crown to go down to and the bottom. So what that means is here sharing is first the purpose is called wisdom, promoter wisdom purpose. Promoter wisdom purpose is simple way to say is Mahamudra and no duality. So no duality Mahamudra first stage going to first one, actually practicing with starting from bottom to up. I told you the actually have to go through first this symbol like substantial prupa. But in this sadhana, another way coming from first is non-duality, nature ripa, prupa, is hearing. I think why is that? Because reason is the way knowing the view of realization, your nature mind, then that is absolute truth, proper. So long as you have that, then other is very easily applied. So the we cultivate a compassion. So compassion has two differences. One is called relative truth compassion. One is called absolute truth, measurable compassion. So relative true compassion is using always object, suffering beings. We cultivate the compassion. Absolute true compassion is rising from knowing the view, meditation. You know the true nature, and then you feel that yourself. You have your own experience, and through your own experience, so they arise compassion for others. The reason is because you knowing your own true nature, you have extremely joy, bliss, and the true happiness rising on your mind from your own mind stream. So you knowing the true nature, and then you have that experience, then arise compassion because every single being has a true nature, but they don't recognize, they don't feel that, they don't see that, and then that's why some suffering in samsara. So that compassion is called cause is wisdom, result is, and compassion. Cause is wisdom means you knowing on your own truth, and then arising compassion for others. So the same in this sadhana, looks like first directly go into the non-duality. So nature, wisdom, prupa first. So we truly connect into Vajrakilaya, mind connection into that state. Then you can arise compassion. Then compassion become not relative level compassion. The compassion is called immeasurable economic compassion. Then we will have ability to bodhicitta. Our relative level bodhicitta is very limited. Even we say, I want to have all other beings, but our mind is very narrow still, very still bias, and so not reach to all the like same is like space, but still in the limited states and the delusion states. So the bodhicitta, we chant, we say whatever says, but still is very shallow level and gross level and still in the conceptual state. And then when we think about our something, no happy someone, like is he treated one someone, you feel that, you hear that, you see that person, the bodhicitta is become stuck and it cannot go through, same is like shoot arrow in the space. So in the war, you shoot in the arrow in the war, so war is blocked. Same, like when we cultivate the bodhicitta, love, compassion, but some levels stuck, cannot go through and measurable. The reason is we not knowing the truth. So that's why here, I think first step is going into this klaya of wisdom is going into true nature And then when into that natural state, free from all the bias and these deviations. So our mind seems to become water, no sense ice block. So when we have these conceptual thoughts and emotions within our mind, then our mind is the same as ice block. So ice block cannot make the tea, cannot cook the food if enter merged to the water. So if our mind is stuck with these conceptual thoughts and also like I and self, this we have fixations ourselves, fixation to this external object, right? So long as you have that, then even we chant Vajrakilaya, doesn't matter which kind of Tantra teaching practice, still we are in the relative level, not into that, into the truth. So then we say we're going to cook food, make good tea, but still you don't have water. Still you hold the ice block. So then even we chanting prayers practice, but not really into the deity anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no? Okay. So that's why I think this wisdom go first is very powerful. My understanding is so you meditate first Mahamudra, then you can cultivate bodhicitta, love, compassion. Is very easy. Long as you have ice is merged into the water, then you can make the tea. You can make coffee, right? You can make cook the food, use the water. Everything is possible. So ice is not merged into the water, it's ice below. We cannot do anything. So the same, first we have to, when we're going to practice this Vajrakilaya sadhana, have to look to in our the mind and have to see them, our own mind. If we don't seeing our own mind, then we not seeing the deity, not seeing the Buddha. So you seeing the tanka, you seeing the statues that we cannot say you seeing the Yadam deity and the Buddha, because this I seeing is not seeing. I seeing is delusion, conceptual state. So then we need some, this of course author level this support for our practice. Without that also our ability, without support we cannot get into the true states. So then we have to use that, but that also another level, uh, we have to go more beyond that state. So that's why it's Buddha's teaching is absolutely amazing. It's truth. And we say like relative truth. Relatively is truth, because we have to follow the cause and effect. Long as you have a fear for suffering, then we have to follow the cost. Long as you want seeking, like expectation, your happiness, then we have to follow the cause and effect. Is all the happiness source is good karma and virtuous deeds. So all the suffering source is no virtuous deeds. So we have to rely on relative truth, because we are that state right now. So we have to follow that step, but we always in that state. Then we cannot liberate again. We get another level. It's temporary happiness, and we can reach to highest level point in samsara, but still in within samsara states, cyclic existing states. So we have to go beyond that. And how to go beyond that? Then go beyond that is this non-conceptual, non-duality. So that is here is called wisdom, pro-modern wisdom, klaya. So pro-modern wisdom, klaya, have to recognize or seeing within ourselves, not somewhere else. And how we're going to see this, wisdom, pro-model wisdom, Kalaya, and then we have to release it, like this conceptual thought. So look to our own mind. Then you seeing your mind means we don't have two different minds. We have only one mind. But when you practice, you can create two minds. Relatively, we have a kind of two minds. So the two minds, one is in the office here, our brain, the mind is a kind of office. Then this heart center is same as like your bedroom, your home. Okay, so we have two separate places, even one person. So you stay in the office, then you go to order reach to everyone, right? And you have to do the your business. You reach to many, connect to many people. Your mind must be monkey. And when you get home, you're resting, so you have two space, but only one person. Same, when mind is in the and follow the brain, right? Brain here, okay? So then you have so much thoughts going on, so much thoughts. So even moment, your mind is going follow the chasing the thoughts, external object. So we have to recognize that. And recognize that use this brain office, we have to shut down. Shut down is like we have to recognize this mind is too much active. And look to that, use that called awareness, mindful. Use that office mind, use mindful awareness. As we have to join in to our in the heart center. The mind is as a bedroom. Mind have these two is have to join oneness, inseparable. So the first we use this busy network, the mind change to awareness, mindful, looking to in your heart center mind. This the brain mind is become slow down. Take time to slow down. If you really put effort, you watch carefully your this brain mind, and then takes time but comes slow down. Then you get more relaxed. You get more peaceful. Then you look into your heart center mind, but not really look to means like no physical there, anything. But you feel is empty, present, clear, awareness. So then this mind is shut down. Same is become join oneness in your heart center mind. And then you resting in that state. So you can see everything, but your mind is not chasing anything. And no fixation to any object. So under that state, when you meditate, you always have distractions. Someone walking in front of you, you get distracted. Someone talking in front of you, you get distracted. And you see something, object, your mind's already chasing, follow that. So that's why we say when you meditate, we need a quiet and more, peaceful place, solitary place. So if you have ability to this bring mind shut down, office your mind shut down, inseparable with join in your mind, heart center, peacefully be in that state. You can see everything, but your mind not chasing anything. And then you don't have distractions. You can have like so many desire objects, but your mind is not follow, start chasing any this object. So that means then all is emptiness. Emptiness means no nothingness. So sometimes people has misunderstand the emptiness means, we have the conceptual is like empty means nobody in this house Dharma center, then say, oh, it's temple is empty. That's our conceptual, emptiness.
仁波切他现在是讲到，就是我们现在要讲的这个普巴金刚的内容呢，是四普巴。所以这个四普巴呢，第一个是智慧普巴，第二是菩提心普巴，第三是悲无量普巴，第四是这个有实相普巴。所以在这四个阶段呢，当我们一般在修持做本尊修持的时候呢，是从底部的这个脉轮往上修到顶轮，然后在这边的这个修法呢，是从顶轮修到往下修到底部的脉轮。首先讲的是智慧普巴，所以在这边呢，我们首先会进入这个智慧普巴，那就是呢，我们会禅修大手印以及这个无二的这个状态，这个是第一步。所以在这个是这个法本的特点，就是我们首先会去修持这个无二的这个普巴的境界。那是因为呢，我们要首先去知道有所了悟，这个本然的状态，就是究竟普巴的这个境界，那我们才能够更好的修持接下来的普巴步骤。所以我们要去升起这个慈悲心，慈悲心分成世俗慈悲心，还有究竟的慈悲心。世俗的慈悲心就是相对的慈悲心，相对的悲心，也就是我们会有一个升起悲心的对境。就比如说有人很痛苦，我们对这个对境升起悲心。究竟的这个悲心呢，也就是我们自然从心中由于了悟了本然的心的面目，所以呢，我们对众生升起悲心。所以这样子的悲心呢，它是因为我们对于这个本然的状态已经有了悟，所以我们感到欢喜，然后呢有所欢喜，然后我们就会对那些还没有了悟这种境界的众生呢产生悲心。所以呢，这样子的升起悲心呢，就是这个悲心它的因就是智慧，因为我们心中已经有所了悟，升起了智慧，所以才会产生这样子的悲心。在这个法本里面呢，我们是从智慧普巴开始进入这个四普巴。然后呢，也就是我们的心呢，是先能够有所了悟这种本然的状态，安住在这种本然的状态呢，然后我们的就能够升起这种无量的悲心。所以这个是在接下来的步骤当中。所以我们平常会说菩提心，可是呢，这个我们在讲这个菩提心的时候，我们的这个心很多时候都是比较狭隘，有所受限的，就不是非常广大的这种菩提心，都是处在这种相对的世俗菩提心当中。所以在这种状态里面呢，都是有概念的一种状态，比较狭隘浅薄的状态。所以当我们看到某个人让我不高兴的时候，我的这个菩提心就会受到阻碍，就是受到就会被限制住，然后就如同把箭射到虚空中一样。我们在培养菩提心的时候，就是首先第一个这边讲到的这个第一步呢，就是智慧普巴。所以我们要首先进入这种能够安住在本然的状态，离于一切的这种偏薄，然后分别心，然后我们的心呢就能够变成水，而不再是冰块。当我们的 如果我们的心一直处在这种有分别念的这种状态，我们的心就会如同冰块一般。那如果我们的心呢一直受到堵塞，然后就是处于有分别的这种有二的状态呢，我们一直只处于有一个我的存在。那即使我们不断念诵这个普巴金刚，也是处在这种相对世俗的修持的境界，因为我们没有将心安住在本然的面目当中。就好比如你要去煮茶的话呢，你没有水，而是只有冰块的话，是没有办法去煮那个茶的。这个智慧先升起智慧呢，它是具有非常大的力量的。就是我们禅修这个大手印，然后呢，我们再进而去培养菩提心的话，就比较容易去升起菩提心。就好像你有水了，就可以去煮很多的食物。如果一直都是冰块的状态，就没有办法煮食。所以我们在修持普巴金刚的这个法本的时候，我们要去照见自心。如果没有办法去看见自心的话，其实我们是没有办法看见佛的。你以为你看见了唐卡或者是这个佛像的这个佛的形象，可是其实呢，我们只是在用肉眼在看，这些都是有概念的一个状态。所以我们需要去安住在的是这种究竟的本然的境界，才能够去真正看到佛。那就是用我们的心去看。那这个究竟的真谛呢，就是世俗谛。世俗谛呢，它就是跟着业力因果来运转的。比如说，我们因为恐惧痛苦，就会去避免痛苦的因，而去造作安乐的因。因为安乐的因呢是修持善法，我们就会去造作善法。痛苦的因呢是不善法，所以我们就会避开这种恶行。如果我们一直处在这种世俗的境界呢，我们就没有办法进入真正的这个修持佛果的道路，因为我们会一直处在轮回当中。那我们没有办法去超越，就没有办法进入这种无二然后无二的境界。所以在这里，我们修持这个法本呢，我们首先进入这个本初普巴金刚的这个状态，然后我们先照见自心。其实我们就会知道，我们的心呢不在他处，就是在我们自身当中，我们的这个心当中。然后我们需要去释放这种有二的概念。接着呢，就是我们要去了知到我们照见的这个心呢，我们去关照自心的时候，其实不是有两个心，其实是只有一个心。在世俗的这个心当中呢，所指的是我们的脑袋，也就是它如同办公室一样。再来就是我们的这个就是我们的心轮这一边，它就如同是我们的家。这个办公室的这个脑袋，它是平常我们好像做生意、处理世间事务、和人联系的时候，我们会使用的。它是好像猴子的这种妄念一般，猴子的这个状态就不断的就很多的各种活动升起，各种的念头升起。而我们这个心轮的这个好像家的这个心呢，它就是让我们就是休息安住的地方。我们的这个脑袋有很多的不断升起很多的各种妄念，追逐各种的对境，所以我们要去认出我们的这个脑袋的心呢，它有很多的各种活动在进行，我们就要将它和我们的这个心轮的这个心结合在一起，让它们合一。我们首先呢，就是要去明白，要去以正念去看到我们的这个脑袋的心的各种活动，然后呢，去让它慢慢 休息下来，接着我们就会看到，去看到我们这个心轮的这个心，那我们的这个脑袋的这个心呢，它慢慢放缓了脚步之后呢，我们的这个看到了我们的心轮的心它也会慢慢的平静下来，安住下来。所以这个心轮的心呢，它其实是性空平静，非常的安静的，所以我们会安住在这个状态当中，不再去追逐任何外在的对境。所以我们在这边呢，我们平常有时候会很容易受外在的环境影响，听到看到什么东西就会很难继续我们的禅修。所以我们一般会建议大家在禅修的时候，尽可能找一个比较清静的处所来进行禅修，这样效果会更好。再来呢，就是如果我们的心是能够安住下来的话，即使有外境的这些欲求的事物呢，我们也不会一直不断的想要去追逐，因为我们的心会安住在这种平静然后性空的状态。然后有些人他可能会OK。
Yeah, so this page 8 in the what I'm sharing is right now. Sadhana is the first line, the dark blue warping mystery of self arising awareness. So no, I shared with you like mind be and in the nature seems like water. So no thoughts, no conceptual, no fixation. As long as you are into that state, then you will have ability to see Vajrakilaya. So how do we can see Vajrakilaya means? Long as the water is very pure, clean, and then you look to in the water, your whole body is appear into the water, transparently. Same, when you have no fixation, delusion, conceptual thoughts, then see here's a dark blue warping mystery of self-arising awareness. You think about Vajrakilaya and use your mind for awareness. You feel yourself is become Vajrakilaya. So Vajrakilaya, this main essence of Vajrakilaya means no conceptual, no delusions. So if we have delusion conceptual, we cannot see our own self true. Our own true self is called Vajrakilaya. When it can become Vajrakilaya, no thoughts. Minds become present, clear. In that moment, you're seeing yourself. So that's why here says, appear as pro-motor wisdom right at the place of life force. May plankton the pro-motor wisdom take of pervasive openness into basic space, civil dualistic thoughts. So you are into this true state, then our minds seems to become space. And so when you have a thought, that moment, we have the boundaries, and we are stuck inside the cage already. So when you don't have any thoughts, your mind is become present, clear. That moment you are become same in the space, and same is become mind's pure water. And when you have thoughts, fixations at that moment, we have go back to ordinary person. We call ordinary person. Ordinary person, the same as become water is momentarily ice block. Okay? So when you don't have the conceptual thoughts, the ice blocks momentarily become water. And so when you don't have this conceptual, this delusion, fixations, your minds become, our minds same as space. So in that state, then we are all oneness, inseparable. So then we don't have a bias, duality, everything's become called oneness, inseparable. So then that state is called samsara nirvana is oneness. That's the reason in this substantial purva, it's all upper part in between this is the called nirvana or deity state. From here, this between is called samsara, 6 ram or 3 rams state. So this become actually oneness, one. So no separate, it's one purpose, substance, one purpose. So that means long as you into that state, is we are oneness. Samsara nirvana is no separation, it's one. So when we have a dualistic conceptual thoughts, then it's samsara nirvana is separate and no oneness. So here in this state, may planting the pro-moral wisdom, state of perceive openness into basic space, sever dualistic thoughts or dissolve into that state. So then you look to your mind and you also Vajrakilaya. So or you see in this substantial purpose, you feel yourself is inseparable, the Vajrakilaya. So that is a rising Vajrakilaya is within ourselves. So then we seeing absolute true Vajrakilaya within ourselves. So that's called the, pro-moral wisdom Kalaya, first stage.
当我们心中处在这个无念的状态的时候呢，我们就可以看见普巴金刚，它就如同这个水一样的清净。这个就好像我们将我们整个身体呢沉浸在这个水当中，就是融入那个水当中，我们心中是没有任何的执取固着，也没有任何的这种有二的概念，我们感觉自身就是普巴金刚，这个就是这里的这个精要。我们在这个状态的时候，我们心中是没有任何的染污，然后呢，也没有任何的这个迷惑。如果有迷惑的话，我们就没有办法看见真正的自信，因为这个自信就是普巴金刚。在我们法本当中呢，就有说到这个黑蓝的这个武器呢，它是自身的觉性，然后它显现为这个本初智慧，然后他在这个就是这边就是希望祈愿能够升起这样子的这个本初智慧，在这个无限的虚空开放的广域当中呢，可以去除这种有二的念头。在这个寄颂当中呢，他说到我们要安住在这种真实的境界。就是心的这种境界，它是如同虚空一样的。可是，如果我们升起了念头，就会产生各种的边界，然后在这样的情况下呢，就会有升起各种的边界，我们就会处在如同牢笼当中一样被困住。如果我们的心是没有念头升起的，我们的心就会处在清明如同虚空的状态当中，就如同清净的水一样。 如果有念头升起，我们就变成凡夫。我们的就如同这个水呢，转变成冰块。没有念头的升起，我们的这个冰块呢，它就会转变为水，就会如同广大的虚空，一切都会这个无二的状态呢，它就是好像所有的事物呢，它就是如一的，好像轮回和涅槃，它是有二的两个不同概念，可是在这里呢，它就会轮涅，它就会合一。刚才仁波切他以这个实体的普巴金刚为例子，他就说明这个实体的普巴金刚，它的上部呢就是涅槃的状态，下部呢就是轮回的状态。可是如果呢，我们将它合而为一，它就是如一的，就是无二的。有二的这个，如果我们处在这种有二的念头状态当中，轮回和涅槃它就是分离的。我们关照自心，我们关照自心，然后我们看着这个实体的普巴金刚，我们去感受我们的心，我们自身呢，其实和普巴金刚是无二无别的。这个就是本初普巴金刚。
So now we go to the second section. Second section is immeasurable compassion for Ba. So I already share, immeasurable compassion for Ba. Without this promoter wisdom for Ba, then the immeasurable is not possible. Compassion is not possible. So wisdom is cause, and the compassion is a result. So no, here says the aggregates and elements are established as the three seats, Vajra mandala, and unliberated consciousness is accomplished as the Vajra of great bliss. May planting the stick of immeasurable compassion into the beings of the six realms of samsara, bring them to embrace the lifeline of compassion, responsiveness. So it's the compassion, immeasurable compassion purpose source is no duality, no duality. The promoter wisdom. So when we meditate, okay, so I already mentioned, long as you into your nature, you can have ability to visualize ourself is become Vajrakilaya. So when we have thoughts, we know ability to meditate Vajrakilaya ourselves. So no conceptual thoughts, then we can see ourselves, we have ability to visualize ourselves as Vajrakilaya, called self-generation. I think you know what means self-generation. So this sadhana also followed by the two generations called self-generation, front generation. And then each generation, self-generation means our self is visualized Vajrakilaya and self-arising, natural mind, our own natural mind is rising to the Vajrakilaya form. It's called self-generation. And then when we visualize ourself is called Samaya Vajrakilaya. And then when we chant the prayers, we inviting Yadam deity, in the Pure Land space, using Om Ahom. Last night we did empowerment. So bring to wisdom being dissolved to us. So that's called wisdom Kalaya. So why we doing that? Reason is sometimes we don't have confidence ourselves. We think, okay, I'm Vajrakilaya, but still you keep your mind in ordinary concepts mind. And then, the words or you think I am Vajrakilaya, but true level not really Vajrakilaya. And that's the reason we need, blessing, wisdom, Vajrakilaya, dissolve into ourselves. Then we, have to fear that, hold that, and I am Vajrakilaya. So it's called divine pride. Without a divine pride, then meditation, visualization, not really power. Okay. So when you have self-confidence, divine pride, then all this impure elements, aggregates, or is transformed. Do you understand, right? Okay. Do you know what means aggregates? We have 5 aggregates. We have 5 elements. So then also we have the 6 conscious. We have 6 objects. We have 6 senses. So that is called, and here says the aggregates and elements are establishing as the 3 sets. So this all transforming. Where is this going to transforming? So now we visualizing ourselves Vajrakilaya through confident, divine pride. Okay, so this is a Vajrayana practice. Teaching means we need this confident and divine pride. Its reason is use your own divine pride is destroying negative divine pride. Every single being has negative pride. So pride solution is pride. Do you understand? So Vajrayana means we don't use heat solution cold. Okay, it's very hot weather here. We use air condition. So this is no Vajrayana practice solution. So in weather is hot here. Okay, so you drink hot water and you go into the hot tub and sauna and steam room. And then that is the solution called heat solution heat. And cold solution cold. Ego solution ego. So we have negative ego. We have to get rid of that or transform. Then that's the reason we need confident ourselves on Vajrakilaya. We have to divine confident. It's called positive divine confident. Do you understand, right? So we have to create that divine pride. Then long as you feel you are through your confidence on Vajrakilaya, have to connect with our mind nature. If you don't connect with your mind nature, then say, I'm Vajrakilaya, you chant 1,000 times, you are no Vajrakilaya. It's conceptual state, so we cannot be Vajrakilaya. We wanted to become Vajrakilaya means non-duality, true state in the mind nature state. So we have to into that state. Then same is like, we have ice below, it's merged into the water. You put that water is in another water. Or you put that water is in the ocean, becomes the same, inseparable. So Vajrakilaya mind is the same as ocean, and our is the same as a cup of water. So it's become joint oneness, inseparable. So that's we need confident. We meditate ourself is self divine pride confident. Then all these aggregates is called 5 aggregates is transformed to 5 Buddha. And the 5 elements is transformed to 5 female Buddhas. So then our 6 conscious, and you understand, right? 6 conscious, eye, ear, these 6 senses we have conscious. So 6 object and the 6 senses, this 3 times 6 is 18, right? Yes, 18. This all 18 is transforming to the Vajrakilayas, these retinues. And that is effort to all these deities, many Vajrakilaya has many his retinue wrath for deities. So all female Bodhisattva, Rat for female Bodhisattva, Rat for main Bodhisattva, its source is come from. So we are transforming ordinary, elements, ordinary aggregates, ordinary, all these concepts is transforming. So long as we transform these three, is five Buddha we create ourselves, within ourselves. Five female Buddha is rising from within ourselves. And all the deity like female Bodhisattva, male Bodhisattva, Rat for Bodhisattva, Rat for male Bodhisattva, Rat for female Bodhisattva rising from ourselves. So that is called the three seats, Vajra Mandala. So then that is the whole thing is called Vajrakilaya Mandala. So know where this source, where it come from, everything is we generate, within ourselves. Then, and unliberated consciousness is accomplished as a Vajra of great bliss. So we have uh, uh, this Vajra seat means we create this Vajrakilaya mandala within ourselves. This source is the promoter wisdom Kilaya, Vajrakilaya, knowing the true nature. And then you can generate compassion for others. If we don't create that, our compassion is limited by still attachment, We have a lot attachment love. So limited love. Then our compassion also, limited, bias, and not immeasurable. The reason is because if we don't the generate or starting from this pro-model wisdom klaya and the true absolute truth, then or the relative level practice we cannot go reach to in the beyond this conceptual states. If we cannot go beyond the conceptual states, then we cannot transform. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. I don't know. Some may say yes, maybe some say no. Kind of, right? Kind of. It's kind of is okay. Yeah. If you understand, then it's like you have so much already education and you have something experience. And what I'm saying, sharing, teaching, sometimes I fear that, but sometimes comes from mouth, but no fear that too. Okay. So, so this is the, like the point is you understand and we have to recognize, okay, that is true, makes sense. So then you really understand what means what Jayana teaching in the practice. Otherwise, our practice is very always shallow. So then you say, I practice so much, I don't get a result. So then you blame the Vajrakilaya or teaching or your practice. But actually, you went into deep. So we always practice as a conceptual state. If you don't go into depth, we don't hear that. If we don't experience within ourselves, if we don't get any experience within ourselves, one day you're tired. If you maybe keep you through your devotion, can be stay a couple of years through devotion, but then if you don't feel, you don't experience, then you can lose your effort. So that's the reason when you meditate, even you meditate 1 hour or short time, is try to get, into really peaceful state. I tell you, don't meditate if you don't get in there. Otherwise, you lose your effort. When you meditate, you have to feel something, you're peaceful and within your mind. Then you wanted to go back to meditate. Do you understand? And that's why when you meditate, you need some commitments yourself. If I don't get peaceful within my mind, I'm not going to get up cushion, going to sit until feel something, Then you get some experience. Each meditation, you try to get into that state. Then next time you know you don't have to put effort. Naturally you get effort, joyful to get into wanting to meditate. So when we practice Vajrakilaya here, also you read this sentence and cultivate in your mind. You feel that within your body. Some people feel like all the channels, wing, this nada. Many we have like channels, like feels like energy rising within your own body. We don't see these our channels because right now I have a laptop here. I don't see anything inside this laptop, wires and these chips, memories, what they are. We don't see, but it is there. So when this laptop is working, they're all working. And when you meditate, visualize yourself is Vajrakilaya, this channel is working. Chant the mantra is awakening and transforming. So each mantra is become same as like pouring water through the seeds. And you pour water to the seed. The seed is not going to momentarily wrapping flowers. It's not possible, right? It take time. So same, like you think about Vajrakalaya and Yadam Deity, Chant mantra, is really connect within yourself. Then same is like pouring water to the seeds. It's one day seeds, no choice. It's going to open, flower become. So one day we're going to, transform all these aggregates element and the senses is arising to this Vajrakalaya mandala. It's no choice. All the cause condition is comes. Then result is naturally rising. Do you understand? Okay, so that's why here says, then it's a take of immeasurable compassion into beings of six realms. Then really arise compassion for six realm beings. So this compassion has three different levels. We don't have time to go all these stages, three different levels of compassion. So first, we create a compassion, so seeing suffering beings and generate a compassion for them. Second compassion is you meditate, you feel your yidam deity, this experience, and so then you recognize this all the emotion is no causes of suffering. The emotion is actually source of wisdom, and emotion is a source of become Vajrakalaya mandala. When you feel that, then you arise compassion afflictive beings, not only suffering beings. So all the beings has ignorance due to that, not knowing what we have. Do you understand? So we give very special seeds, someone that don't put in the farm, they're kept inside the local room. Then the seeds cannot grow. So some started ignoring beings like that. Everyone has the Vajrakalaya mandala. We put in the local rooms, our Vajrakalaya mandala. So same is like seeds is put in the local room, then put in the farm, and try to seeds is walking and ripening. So then you feel that arise compassion for every single beings. So that's called the second level compassion. Then third level compassion is you are into Vajrakalaya nature states. Is called here is wisdom, promoter wisdom, non-duality states. And you recognize every single being's oneness, no separation. is in this same is becoming this is like it's one klaya. Samsara nirvana is become oneness, not separate. You feel all other beings and ourselves is inseparable. You are into that state. You don't have a subject and object compassion, but we call absolute true compassion. Is is into that nature from our wisdom states. It's fierce, it's oneness, not separation. So this is substantial, is purva means. Is you fear that, then you don't have a subject object generating compassion. So a measurable compassion, that's called a measurable, and uh, uh, the without beyond the conceptual compassion. We labor put the compassion, but it is actually no duality, Mahamudra. You feel everything's oneness, equal. So then that state is called absolute true compassion. That compassion is rising. So when this three compassion is rising, then your energy is working. You know, it's you recharge your batteries. And if I lost computer this battery, then I cannot do in Zoom right no teachings, right? So we need to charge the batteries. Same is like generating compassion is charging the batteries. And then connect to Wi-Fi, it's become same is into, we promote wisdom. So then you have ability to reach to everywhere. And we join the Wi-Fi, and then we can connect to all this Zoom Sangha everywhere. So we are, not only in this space. So now we can reach to all the world, everywhere, So that's the same is like wisdom klaya. And so then compassion klaya is the same as the battery, electricity. Wisdom klaya is the same as this, is Wi-Fi, internet. So these two, then, it comes together, is working everything, transforming. So that's the first two klaya. I think we can finish the term there after translating. It's 10:30, right? Okay.
所以接下来是说到无量慈心、无量悲心普巴。所以呢，就是如果没有本初智慧的普巴，这个无量慈心的无量悲心的普巴就没有办法升起。智慧它是因，而这个悲心就是果。所以在寄颂里面也说到，就是在第8页的寄颂里面也说到，就是这个无量的悲心呢，它是一个来源，就是它是一个来源，它来自于这个无二的智慧。所以当我们在禅修的时候，我们观想自身即是普巴金刚。然后，如果我们升起念头的话，就没有办法真正观想自身为普巴金刚。观想自身为普巴金刚的时候呢，我们会有2种升起的状态。所以我们首先就是将自身升起为普巴金刚，这个是誓言尊。然后再来，我们就是再来就是另外一种升起是智慧尊，也就是有时候呢，我们对自己升起为普巴金刚不是很有信心，所以我们就会就是引请智慧尊融入我们自身来加持我们，就是好像有这样子的一个力量来加持我们。因为我们可能虽然自身观为普巴金刚的时候呢，我们还是有许多的这种凡夫的念头，对自己升起为普巴金刚不是很有信心，所以这时候我们就会就是会观智慧尊升起，然后融入我们自身。所以 在这个时候，智慧尊融入我们自身，我们感受自身即是普巴金刚，然后接着升起这种佛慢，就是认为自己就是普巴金刚，也升起这种很强烈的信心，我就是普巴金刚的时候呢，我们会将这个不清净的五蕴转变为这种，我们就会转化这个不清净的五蕴，然后这个66层也能够获得转变。现在我们观自身为普巴金刚，并且是非常有信心的，以这种佛曼的姿态呢来观想，它就会摧毁我们一般凡夫的这种负面的骄慢。所以这个就是对治骄慢的解决办法，就是以骄慢来对治它。所以我们现在的人呢，有时候天气热，我们就要开冷气，可是这其实不是真正的解决之道。其实天气热的时候呢，我们就要喝热水，做桑拿来对治这个热。这个冷的解决办法呢，就是要以冷的办法来解决。我执就要以我执的办法来解决，以我执来转化。所以呢，就是我们要有这种具有佛曼的信心，然后与我们的自信来连结。要不然的话，我们即使呢念诵了1000次的普巴金刚咒语呢，也仍旧没有办法成为普巴金刚，因为唯有以自信真实的本然状态呢，唯有这个真实的本然状态，才能够让我们转变为普巴金刚。它就如同水融入水一般，所以我们我们在禅修自身为普巴金刚的时候呢，我们要有这种强烈的信心，升起佛慢。我们将五蕴转变为五方佛，将五大转变为这个五方的这个女佛，然后将66层还有6种对境呢，就是转变为这个愤怒的男尊还有女尊，所以我们将这一切转变为普巴金刚的坛城。所以这一切呢，其实都是从自身当中升起的，转变为普巴金刚的坛城。所以我们就是从自身当中创造出普巴金刚的坛城，它是来自于本初智慧的普巴金刚，所以它就从这个本初智慧当中就能够升起这个对他人的悲心。我们一般凡夫的这种悲心、慈心都是非常有限的，它没有办法达到无量的境界。那是所以呢，我们在这个法本修持当中，我们首先先升起这个本初智慧的普巴金刚，这个是第一步，所以我们才能够去超越有二的概念，才能够接着升起无量的悲心。是在这个所以呢，仁波切他刚才有说到，他的讲授的这个内容可能是比较偏向于金刚乘的这个教授，然后会比较深入。那是因为呢，如果我们一直处在这种相对世俗的内容解说的话，没有去较深入的去讲解，我们是没有办法有所体验跟感受。那有一天我们就会感到疲倦，因为所以可能我们还是能够保持着前进心好几年，可是呢，最终我们还是会失去我们对于这个修法的热情，因为我们没有去深入它。他也举了这个禅修的例子，就是当我们在禅修的时候呢，我们要去就是承诺自己要去达到一种比较平静的状态，就是达到一个境界。那就是让心中能够升起这种平静的这种境界。那因为我们升起了体验，我们就会一直不断想要回去进入禅修的状态。那我们就会很愿意去做禅修这件事情。那是因为我们已经升起了某个特定的体验，某种体验。 所以这个普巴金刚的修持呢，我们在修持法本的时候，念诵里面的偈颂，我们要在我们的心里要有升起这种感同身受的这种感受。在这个法本当中呢，会提到气脉明点等内容，我们就要去感受它。接着我们要去禅修自身为普巴金刚，那我们的这个气脉呢，它就会开始活络，开始运转。那我们每一个念诵的时候，它其实就是好像将在种子上面浇灌水一般。那这个当然是花很多时间，这个种子才能开出花。可是就是我们必须要这样子不断的去做，那有一天必定这个种子能够开出花朵来。所以这个我们其实就是在不断创造适当的这个因缘还有条件，最终它的这个果就会产生。慈心呢，它分成3个阶段。第一，就是当我们看到受苦的众生时，我们对他升起悲心。这个悲心有3个阶段。所以第二，就是我们在禅修的时候呢，我们感受这个本尊，并且升起这种情绪，就是说通过这个我们智慧的升起呢，我们成为这个普巴金刚的坛城，然后我们也了知到其他的众生呢，很多都还在轮回当中，他们尽管呢是具有这个普巴金刚的坛城，可是呢，他们却没有办法就是看见或者是进入这个坛城。他就如同呢，他把种子放在就是室内，他没有去栽培这个种子，没有让它去成熟一样。因此，我们对这样的众生升起悲心。第3个悲心呢，是无二境界的这个悲心，也就是我们看到，其实一切众生和我们自身其实是如一的，如一的这个状态。所以一切众生和我们是没有任何分别的，这个就是究竟真实的慈心，它是在本初智慧的状态当中呢，升起的这种无量的慈心。这个无量的慈心就是如一平等的境界。这3种慈心升起，它就会让我们的这个能量开始运转，就好像充满了电一般。所以，我们升起慈心呢，这种无量的慈心，它就如同充电；而我们升起进入这个本初智慧的状态呢，就好像连上了这个网络。它就能够与世界各地产生连结，所以我们需要这种本初智慧的普巴金刚，以及这个无量悲心的普巴金刚，二者一起运作，才能够转化。
So we're going to take break here, and next section is going to practice. This two, we finish the first 2, and the last 2 is I'm going to share tomorrow morning. So afternoon we also have teaching, but different subject. So this last 2 is the bodhicitta and the substance of this purpose is I share tomorrow. So now we create already the example like with sharing, same is we have a Wi-Fi, we have a battery, we already join in the Zoom. So now, then what are we going to do there, right? So activity, yeah. Tomorrow is more sharing how to activity for that.
而且他说到，等一下呢，我们下一座我们会进入实修的部分。下午的时候呢，我们还会继续有教法的讲授，不过是不同的主题。明天他会继续讲授菩提心普巴金刚以及实有普巴金刚。他就举例说，因为我们已经接上了网络，那好像连上了这个 Zoom，明天就要讲的是这个事业的部分。
Om Vajrakilaya Retreat. 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 Thank you, everyone. Take break.